Shalom, Kol Halal, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakaha, Kwadash. Double honors unto the apostles, double honors unto the elder bishops. Salutations to all my fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so now more so than ever. The 144,000 and the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird, the Israelite foreigners among the heathens that look like those heathens. And to the few Akwaf that are listening and learning, to you I say Shalom. This is your brother Malcolm coming at you another lesson in truth. All right, this is not a black thing. All right, the Israelites are scattered around the four corners of the earth, and the Lord is coming to gather them up out of those heathen nations where they have been scattered to. All right, and I'm not even gonna play this video. This is just for background. This is a video with Pepe Escobar and Danny Hafong talking about, the Russian-Iran brace for war. We all know it's coming. It's coming. It's prophecy. But in the meantime, the Lord said, if you love my sheep, feed them. So I'm just here to feed the flock because, I do love the Lord and I fear the Lord, and it is my job. It's his woe to me if I speak not the gospel. So, as you can see, he is really planning, with that bill that passed with the whole anti-Sem thing and making it unlawful to point out, which has already been unlawful to point out wrongdoings here in America and among the Western nations. I mean, you just, look at Julian Assange and the Edward Snowden guy and the private that was arrested. The dude that, whatever. I don't want to get his gender wrong, whatever he is now, Kelsey or something like that. But they pointed out rules that were being broken, and we're just looking at some unjust people. Because, like, even my personal life, I have a case that I won that the judge just refused to rule on. All right. The judge was supposed to give a ruling within a week's time of the last court case, and this is about 4 months later now? 4 months later, and the judge still hasn't ruled. Because of the judge's rules, I win. And she also knows that if she rules against me, I'm going to appeal it, which is going to draw even more attention. And problem is that, this is a billion-dollar industry that I went against and defeated. Little old me. And there are other brothers out there who are going the same fight. So all these cases are out there, and they don't know how to handle it. You best believe these judges and all these people are talking to one another, and they're angry that they spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on these law degrees, and and a bunch of niggas and spiggers without law degrees defeated them at their own game. That angers them as well. And it correlates to the truth. The truth is coming out, and it just angers them. All right. So I have a couple, random. This is just random things, spiritual things that I want to speak about. And the first, and these are some a collection of what do you call them? Instagram shorts, little videos. These are all every one of them is on Instagram. All right. And let me see. I got 1, 2, 3, maybe that one, 4. Yeah, about 6 of them, 6 or 7, and so we're gonna start with this one. First, I want to get a scripture. All right. So this is various topics, not random, but various topics. And the first one is on food and health. And, America has been hijacked by big business and huge corporations. It is not of the people and for the people. That's clearly, matter of fact, with the way that bill passed, and it supersedes and oversteps and overshadows and overrules the Constitution itself. All right, by making it illegal to to not even slander, but just to speak about someone. When you speak a fact, when you speak a historical fact or a physical fact about someone, and you get labeled a T word, you know, or anti something, you know, that's, yeah. All right. But as concerning food, you know, these big pharmaceutical companies and you know, and I noticed that I got healthy and got off the meds that I was on. And it's like my doctor just kind of like scorns me because every time I go in, I'm healthy and I'm better, you know, and they don't like it. It's like they want me to be on the drugs. You know, it's weird the way I get treated now. It's lucky I was answering the text. Young Lion was reaching out to me. What I'm looking for, Job 13:4. And I'll read the scripture and then play the video, and you'll understand why I was reading the scripture. But it reads, I'm in 20. How the heck did I get in 20? Well, because it's right under 13. All right. I hit the wrong one. This is Job 13:4, and it reads, but ye are forgers of lies. You are all physicians of no value. All right? And they are. Matter of fact, let me keep reading. O ye would hold altogether your peace, and it should be your wisdom. Hear now my reasoning, and hearken unto the pleading of my lips. Will ye speak wickedly of God, and talk deceitfully for him? Because they say, you know, to hell with your Bible, to hell with your belief, science. Science. All right? Which they misuse the term. Science simply means to know. Nothing more, nothing less. You can look it up. I've looked it up. The apostle, our beloved elder apostle Gabar gave us that breakdown many years ago. All right? And the other elder bishops and apostles have spoken on it. Science literally means to know. All right? Like, you know, left from right, you know, up from down, that's science. You know, if you jump off a building, you're gonna fall to the ground. That's gravity. That's science. Things that you know, anything that you have to guess or think or it may be, that's a hypothesis. That's a guess. That's not a fact. If it isn't a fact, then it isn't real science. That means you don't know. All right. But they use things that they know actually make people sick. And here's one for example. All right. And this really pissed me off because I fought to get off these meds and was eating a lot of oatmeal. I was having issues. And now getting rid of the oatmeal all of a sudden. And there's a particular brand of oatmeal. All right. Because they push, oh, this is how you bring your cholesterol down. And, you know, and this is, you know, how you get your heart healthy. And meanwhile, well, here we go. Hold on. Let's go back. Let's turn the sound up. Why there's no sound? Oh, there we go.
80% of Americans test positive for a chemical found in Cheerios, Quaker's Oats, and may cause infertility and delayed puberty. So they honey no nut Cheerios. Damn, I thought the slogan was be happy, be healthy, while feeding your ass pesticides that's linked to heart issues. The chemical name is chlormequat. Chlormequat is banned for being used on food crops in the U.S., but it can be imported. Chlormequat detection in America has been on the rise since 2017, going from 69% then to 90% now. Chlorine was detected in 92% of oat-based foods, including Cheerios and Quaker's Oats. And animal studies, chlorine has been linked to harming pregnant people and their children as a risk of fetal development and fertility issues. Can reduce sperm motility, decrease testosterone levels, onset puberty, and shrink male reproductive organs.
You hear that shit?
So it's honey, no nut. Abortion clinic, meat shrinking Cheerio.
He said abortion clinic, meat shrinking, and it will affect you if you've been eating it. So, you know, if you one of the men out there having issues, it all comes down to diet and, you know, and good blood health. All right. And Esau's putting all these metals, you know, through the rain. You know, every time those clouds come down, your car's dirty and dusty. And you've had people gather up that dust and put magnets to it, and yeah, All right, so there's no denying this, man. They really are making people sick when that's, here's another one.
Buyer beware. The truth about grocery store misting, and it may not be just water. Have you ever noticed the misting in the produce section? During a recent visit to Sprouts store in Florida, I was met with a strong chemical odor lingering around the produce as they misted it. It raised a crucial question. What exactly are they spraying on those fruits and veggies? As it turns out, it could be a product called Produce Max. This substance isn't just confined to the misting sprays at select grocery stores, it's even used in pre-cut fruit. It serves various purposes, including misting, crisping, treatment, and washing, but upon closer examination, I discovered that Produce Max, a product of ChemStar, contains ingredients like sodium hypochlorite, commonly known as bleach or liquid bleach. This raises concerns, as while they're using it to mist the produce, they also advise ChemStar customers to avoid inhaling vapor sprays or mists in its undiluted form, precisely what they are subjecting the shoppers to, albeit diluted within the closed store environment, not to mention when consuming it. Also, the fine print absolves them of liability for any problems arising from the product. Notably, Produce Max is utilized by known retailers including Sprouts, H-E-B, Harris Teeter, Safeway, and more. It may not be the case at every location. Be sure to check with your store. Are you comfortable with this being sprayed on produce? Share and comment below.
Yeah, man. So
the truth about grocery store misting, and it
let's go to the scriptures. We literally are in hell, people. And I think it's gonna get worse. And what makes me happy and keeps me going is the promises that we're promises. We're all prisoners of hope. But one thing that I do know is that I'm literally watching the downfall of my enemy, and I know that the condemnation, they're going to slander us and all sorts of things. But I also know that once they begin to put their hands on us, and that this digital thing is coming along fast, and once they put their hands on us, the Yahweh is going to come and put his hands on them. So bring it on. Let's go. But this is 1 Timothy 6:20. All right, for you science lovers. It says, O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust, avoiding profane and vain babblings of oppositions of science, falsely so called. Because like I said, the science that they use isn't real science. Remember, the word science literally, actually means to know. Nothing more, nothing less. All right? You know how kinetic energy work. You know those things when you have those little that you often see in some offices. A lot of doctors' offices is it's like the swing ball set where you pick one ball up and you drop it and it slams into the other balls and it just goes back and forth. The kinetic energy. You just know. All right. Okay, so even when water drains, it always drains in one direction. It doesn't drain in two directions. That's science, things that you know. All right. So, hold on. Let me close this door. And let's go back to the videos. All right, so let's go to our next one. I gotta put some WD-40 on this chair. Yeah, those two. That one's silent, so we won't use that one. Oh, here we go. Another one on health, which is not really health.
Why, when I was working for Coke, did the American Diabetes Association accept money from Coke? These medical groups are actually accepting money from processed food companies. Every hospital in America you walk into has a soda machine. There's actually sponsorships and connections between hospitals and medical groups and foods. The American Diabetes
Right there in the emergency rooms,
diabetes has gone up 8
soda
times.
machines.
This generation isn't saying we should stop drinking liquid sugar diabetes water. They're actually taking money from Coke and recommending small cans of Coke as a good move for diabetics. This is the problem, that we are getting sick for simple reasons. And we have a medical system that is not only silent, it's actually encouraging us not to really realize the centrality of our poison food system to why we're getting sick. Wow. Because every single institution that touches our health, they make money when we're sicker for longer periods of time, and they lose money when we're healthy. What?
There it is.
Why, when I was working for
There it is. Like I said, Big Pharma, all right, has hijacked, Big Pharma and Big Business have hijacked your government. They've hijacked your and in the name of science, they're able to take away, all of your rights. We all know what happened just a couple years ago, and then people are still dying, and they're not dying from the so-said, the disease itself. We won't mention anything, but people are, AstraZeneca just had to admit, about blood clots, and we all aware of all the athletes and high school athletes and pro athletes that were dropping dead all over the world right there on the field for everyone to see, that they tried to downplay and hide and say it was a conspiracy and it was a lie and that it wasn't true, when we all know it is. All right, and then all those people who were for it, they're not being apologetic, but a lot of them are very scared and very afraid, and angry because they've lost family members and friends to it. All right. And they rolled the dice with their lives and, don't know if they're next. And most of those people who did do it, they haven't been the same since. I know a couple of my clients that did it. And, one of them, he did one and then a couple more of the extra things, and he told me that he really wished he hadn't done it. He's been messed up ever since. All right. And, yeah. But here we go. Let's,
Were COVID-19 vaccines dangerous for your health? In a legal document submitted to a British court, AstraZeneca has admitted that its COVID vaccine could cause blood clot-related side effects in rare cases. People are asking whether the benefits of the COVID-19 vaccines still outweigh the risks. Concerns grew over blood clots as early as 2021. Reports began circulating of vaccine recipients developing blood clots. Only answers will put an end to uncomfortable questions. Only answers will ensure that people don't start panicking. Did the vaccine makers play with the people's and the government's trust? Were the vaccines they sold dangerous for your health? These questions need to be answered, and the answers need to come in fast.
And they really don't, And then I just heard, too, that the people, meaning the citizens, are the ones who have to flip the bill. All right? So all these lawsuits that are going through now against AstraZeneca, and that's just the beginning. The Americans, so all you Americans, so check this out. So all you people who didn't do it, who got ridiculed and shamed and slandered, and threatened, to be left out if you don't go to the hospital, all that madness, and that's where the most damage was being done. All right? And all these people who did take it are having many of them are having these health issues. All right? Many of them have been unalived as a result of it because of blood clots and things of that nature. None of these people. Now these people treated the people who were against it the way that they did, and now they want to go and sue. And now the American citizens have to pay for it. AstraZeneca doesn't even have to pay for it. So that was so these lawsuits that went through in America, that was out of India. So they're going to be getting sued all over the place. So do Americans have to pick up the tab for the people in India too? I mean, I wouldn't be shocked. Because I keep telling you, you keep saying that, look, America is not the home of the brave, it's the home of the bend over and take it. Because you best believe if this was in some of these other European countries or some of these other foreign countries, they'd already have taken care of the people in charge. All right, their cities would be on fire. Like I said, Americans are the home of the bend over and take it, man. All right. Meanwhile, what we do is we elevate. We do everything backwards. You know, we emasculate women, demasculate men, and put children in charge. Just like the scripture says, that women rule over them and children are their oppressors. All right. These Western women. Here we go.
I don't know if you guys know, but I was a stepdaddy. I did everything for this girl. I fed her child. I treated her good. I gave her a home, paid no bills, everything for free, fixed her car, gas money, everything. I bought that car seat, matter of fact. I bought her daughter clothes. I bought her dad food, everything, just for her to go and cheat on me with the father of the baby. Lesson learned, guys. Don't ever trust a fucking bitch. I fixed that shit. She fucked it up. I fixed it. I tried my best to fix that. I bought her that. I put gas in it. I did everything. Everything that's in here, I fucking bought her. She lived with me rent free, nothing. For her to fucking cheat on me, bro. That's in fucking learned, guys. Don't ever trust a fucking bitch. All that over no fucking things. Well, you guys, oh my god, Bestie, oh my gosh. Yeah, she's kind of famous on TikTok. Nigga, she's not the person who you think she is. Everybody go fucking hate on this bitch, nigga. Real niggas like me. Real niggas like me don't deserve this shit. Real niggas like me don't deserve this shit. Fuck a bitch, nigga. Never again. Never in my fucking life will you fuck a bitch, bro.
Hey, I know that feeling. That's why I'm waiting on the Lord, man. I know that. I know. He broke down. He felt why because he loved her, he cared, and he gave her all that he had. And look what she did to him. All right, and it don't matter, you know, if you daddy long stroke, all right, you know, you could be straight up donkey man, and she still, you know, these women will still step out and find another man. It's just they can't help it. It's just in their nature, man. And especially being here in Babylon because it's pushed. It's glorified. All right, it's actually pushed and glorified here.
Plan B, them little shit don't need work. Let them nut all in my guts and then I go and pop my purse.
I'm going home. Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go home.
Again.
Plan B, them little shit don't need work. Let them nut all in my guts and then I go and pop my purse.
I'm going home. Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go home.
Plan B, them little shit.
Yeah, she said F for plan B. Them shits don't work. Let them nut up. And she hot garbage on top of that. She can't rap for shit. But said let them nut up all in her guts and then she go get a perk. Pop a perk. So that's how she, you know, deletes, you know, the baby. Not through the plan B, but she gonna pop a perk after he nut all up in her guts. Right? So, you know, that is what's pushed here in America. This place is beyond wicked, man. Its wickedness has reached into the heavens. All right? It really has reached into the heavens, and the destruction of this place can't come fast enough. All right? You know that fervent heat. I'm trying to find that real quick. I think that's in Peter. First Peter, Second Peter. Slovakia. Yeah, it's 2 Peter 3. and 10. And it reads, "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, and in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and all the works therein shall be burned up. Seeing that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of person ought ye to be? To be in all holy conversation and godliness." Well, she definitely wasn't in holy conversation and godliness. Looking for and hasten unto the coming of the day of power, wherein the heavens, being on fire, shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. All right, and only the elect of Israel, all right, are going to be saved, exempt from that destruction when it hits Babylon. And it's coming. Call hello Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai Bahasham Wakaha Kodash Kwam Yasarala.